I'm Dr. Ernie Ward, and welcome back to Off-Label Veterinary News, your source for commentary on animals, medicine, and practice life. This week, 5 social media tips you need to do for your veterinary clinic today. There are many things you need to do to maximize your social media presence for your veterinary clinic. These are 5 tips that every clinic should be doing today. The first one is make sure you're on Facebook or Google. Claim your business name. Go to Google My Business, and also make sure that the information on Google Maps is correct and up to date. So look at Google Maps. The second thing is Facebook. Claim your Facebook username at facebook.com/username. Even if you're not active in social media, ensure that your business has your name to prevent someone else from doing that. And the pro tip while we're at it, make sure that you as a practice owner control all of your domains. So if you've allowed a staff member to go and start up some of your social media accounts, get those transferred today. It is really important in the event that you separate from a staff member. You don't want them taking your social media accounts with them. Number 2, create other social media accounts. Even if you don't plan on using Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat or Pinterest or whatever, make sure that you do 2 things. A, reserve your space. Just like we talked about with Facebook and Google, it's better to control your domains whenever possible. Number 2, watch and learn. Sometimes just by exploring what these other social media platforms look like, you can learn a lot. And you may find that you actually like certain platforms better than others. It doesn't mean that you have to be on every social media platform. In fact, for most veterinary clinics, I think that it's pretty much Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. However, you want to make sure that you're aware of what's happening because changes happen quickly. Number 3, time your post. Keep up with the analytics not only of your channel, but in a broader scale, what's happening in the world, and maximize your engagement. So when we look at the latest data on Facebook, for example, right now it seems to be peaking around Thursday through Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. But 9 a.m., 1 and 3 p.m. also tend to be hot spots for your clinic. What I do and what I recommend you do is look at Facebook analytics. You want to see the behavior of your clientele because you may find that it differs from the national or international norms. Another good service is called Fan Page Karma, which gives you a very deep dive and a simple presentation of what's happening on your social media accounts, especially around Facebook. So again, if you're interested, look at those analytics, find out what works best for you, but in general, these work well for Facebook. If we turn our attention to Instagram, sort of a similar pattern starts. Monday and Thursday, but really anytime during the week seems to pop most for Instagram. 2 a.m., 8 and 9 a.m., 5 p.m. Eastern Time. But for some reason, currently around 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time for Instagram isn't happening. When we look at other things like YouTube, again, Monday through Wednesday, Thursday through Friday, you can look at all of these different things. What I encourage you to do is the same thing I do. Look at the analytics. And I love a program called TubeBuddy, because TubeBuddy allows me really good insight into the behaviors around my YouTube channels, who's watching when and where. Again, if you're into the YouTube game, check out TubeBuddy for sure. Twitter, again, weekdays seem to be happening the most. If you're a Twitter type of person, again, for vet clinics, I don't know that Twitter is my #1 platform, but if you want to play on Twitter, that's what's happening there for sure. When it comes to social media engagement, video is king. But there's a couple of rules that you might want to keep in mind when you're posting a video on Facebook, for example. Number 1, the format matters greatly. If you look at the standard 16:9 or landscape video, and then of course the cell phone presentation here, you see that Facebook does some funny stuff with it. We want to be posting our Facebook videos in a square 1:1 ratio or in a landscape 9:16 inverted, so the vertical. And in fact, it's really interesting. If you look at a square video, you get 78% more real estate when you post it in a 1:1 format than when you do in a landscape. So some of the things that I do in particular when it comes to Facebook is, number 1, add a title as a frame. So this is the first one that's popping up. I want, when people are scrolling on their Facebook feed, to instantly see, is this something I'm interested in? I also like to do, when I do my square videos, is we'll use these banners. So this is actually a square with top banners, and we'll use this to lay over to allow engagement. And remember that if people are watching this on a cell phone, that's easy to identify exactly what it's about. Which leads me to the next thing, subtitles and captions. We know that about 85% of Facebook videos are viewed on a smartphone with the sound off. So whenever possible, use a captioning or put your own subtitles down there, because that really can help gain engagement when it comes to your Facebook videos. Number 5, live streaming. You're going to see an explosion in live streams in 2018 and beyond. Now, how can you use this in your veterinary clinic? It's going to depend on your type of clinic, your clientele, and even your practice personality. But in general, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Instagram, all of those are going to be really interesting areas to experiment. So if you've got a special event coming up, open house, a pet adoption fair, whatever it is you're doing, maybe consider playing around with some live streaming. Number 2, if you're bringing in a new piece of equipment, maybe it's a Class 4 laser or some new dental procedure, whatever you're doing, maybe have a little live Q&A around that new service or new product. Again, I would encourage you to solicit questions beforehand, so sometimes you don't get these awkward questions on your live feed. But regardless, start experimenting with live stream video. It's going to be really, really hot moving forward. How you use it is going to be how well you adapt to social media in general. So that's it. 5 simple social media tips you should be doing in your veterinary clinic today. I want to hear what your best tips are in the comments below. What are the things that you'd like to talk about? Maybe there's one of these tips that you'd like to know more information about. Hit me up in the comments below, and remember, keep living that off-label life. Until next time, bye.